Let me tell you, sometimes life throws you straight into the fire just when you think you're walking in for something simple like opening a savings account. That's exactly what happened to me, Aaliyah Bennett, on what should have been an ordinary Tuesday. And I swear to you, if you'd seen the way things spun out, you'd think I made it up. But let's back up a sec. See, I walked into Liberty First Bank, heart steady, plan tight, clutching an envelope with my $2,500 performance bonus. Documents stacked neat as a pin, ID, proof of address, you name it. The sun was shining through the skylight, marble floors gleaming, and for a split second, all I could smell was roasted coffee from next door, and I actually thought, hey, this is how grown-up financial freedom is supposed to feel. But let me tell you, reality has a way of smacking you in the face. The teller, Sophie Turner, yeah, that's her real name, looked me up and down, eyes lingering just a little too long on the envelope, like it might leap up and bite her. I laid out everything she could possibly ask for, but her polite smile melted into something colder, cautious. Most people don't come in with this much cash at your age, she said, like she was sharing some private wisdom. Then she leaned in, asking if I understood the rules, talking about consumer protection policies and disclosures, rattling off jargon, as if she was expecting me to slip up and reveal some dark secret. I kept it together, told her about splitting the bonus between savings and a money market fund, showed her my pay stub, even mentioned how my husband Malik and I believe in knowing your banking rights. But you could see it in her eyes, that flicker of doubt, like I'd done something wrong just by walking in and daring to save my own money. Where did the money come from? She asked, all business. From my bonus. Check with my job, call HR, it's all right there. But she was already waving for backup. Linda, can you come window 3? I have a special case here. Special case. You know what I mean? That stings. Next thing I know, the manager, Catherine Ellis, power suit and perfect bob, shows up with the kind of authority that makes the whole lobby go quiet. She didn't even give me time to explain. Before I could finish my sentence, she's already got her hand on the red hotline phone. Yes, dispatch, suspicious transaction in progress. Possible money laundering. Please send law enforcement. And just like that, the world shrank around me. People stopped talking. Heads turned. A security guard crossed his arms, and my hands went a little clammy, but I made myself stand taller. I texted Malik just a quick message. Police called on me at Liberty First Bank. They suspect money laundering. Sent it, put the phone away, try to breathe, try to look like this didn't hurt. Minutes passed, felt like hours. Sophie leaned over the counter, voice low. You understand how strict the laws are, right? I nodded, show my folder again, ID, letter, bill, every piece of paper she could possibly want. But it didn't matter. She was already pushing the call button for the manager again, loud enough for everyone to hear about my large cash deposit. A couple of customers glanced over. One even whispered to his wife, and you could see it in their faces. They weren't sure if they should feel bad for me or be afraid of me. That's how fast things turn, you know? Then came the click of heels. Catherine again, standing behind the counter, arms crossed, cool as ice. She looked at my paperwork, then at the envelope, never touched a thing. I appreciate regulations. I told her, the documentation's all here. I'm just trying to open an account. But she pressed a little button, picked up the phone again, and with a voice like she was reading a weather report, called in law enforcement for suspicious activity. In that moment, everything went dead quiet. My heart hammered so hard I thought the whole bank could hear it. I pleaded, please call my HR department. Anyone, they'll verify the bonus. But Catherine's eyes said it all. I wasn't going to get another word in. And then the cops showed up, Officer Dawson and Morales badges shining, expressions unreadable. They walked straight to Catherine, who wasted no time painting me as some criminal mastermind. She's declined to provide further explanation, she said, and I bit my tongue so hard I almost tasted blood. Ma'am, we're going to need to verify your claims. Please step aside. I managed to text Malik again. They're detaining me. Please help. If I tell you my knees shook, I'm not lying. But I made myself hold their gaze. I wasn't going down for something I didn't do. Meanwhile, somewhere across town, Malik, my husband, my backbone, was wrapping up a board meeting at Silver Oak Capital. The man barely blinked as he read my text. But I know him. I know the way his eyes go steel cold when something's not right. He excused himself, phoned his legal team, called in security, and by the time I'd been handcuffed and marched toward a side room, Malik was already assembling a convoy of black SUVs, lawyers, and his personal head of security, Ethan. When Malik moves, the ground shifts. You could say I married well, but that day I was grateful for more than just his money. Within half an hour, Malik and his entourage strode through the bank's revolving doors, and every single person in that lobby felt the temperature drop. Even Catherine flinched when she saw him coming, and you best believe he made an entrance. He dropped his shareholder registry and business card right on the counter. I'm Malik Bennett, founder and CEO of Silver Oak Capital, principal shareholder of Liberty First Bank. I demand my wife's immediate release. And just like that, the room changed. Even the police looked unsure. Malik's legal counsel had receipts, literally. Video logs showing Catherine's habit of singling out minority clients, documentation proving my bonus, security footage of me walking in, not a single thing out of place. Charles Donovan, the chairman of the board, showed up too, silver hair, heavy voice, took one look at the footage and turned on Catherine, demanding an explanation in front of everyone. Protecting our bank doesn't mean violating customers' rights, he said, and right there, in front of half the town, he suspended her, no pay, pending investigation. The police uncuffed me, and for the first time in an hour, I could breathe. Malik was by my side, the crowd around us buzzing, phones raised, and suddenly the shame was theirs, not mine. We finished opening that account. Sophie, now sheepish, didn't dare meet my eyes, and as we left, Malik squeezed my hand and said, "You never deserved that." No one does. That's the part that stuck with me. No one does. But you know what? That day didn't just end with my new savings account. Within hours, Catherine's suspension was all over local news, Liberty First Bank scrambling to do damage control. But the real change, the kind you can't undo, started with conversations behind closed doors. Malik and I worked with Silver Oak's board to set up the Financial Rights for Everyone initiative, offering workshops on banking rights, anti-discrimination laws, and consumer protection. We took the story public, went on community tours, spoke at libraries, even partnered with nonprofits for legal hotlines and financial literacy campaigns. Suddenly, my face was in viral posts, tagged with banking equality, my calm in the bank lobby replayed as a symbol of what can happen when you stand your ground. Liberty First rewrote their policies, started real diversity training, put up Know Your Rights posters in every branch, and staffed new divisions with people who understood what it's like to be on the other side of the counter. Complaints dropped. More minority and youth customers came through the doors. Even Sophie, her volunteered to help run empathy workshops. People really can change if you make it impossible for them to keep doing wrong. 3 months later, I stood on stage at the Willow Creek Financial Fair with Malik beside me, launching a scholarship fund for students dedicated to equity in banking. Looking out at the crowd, I saw parents, kids, community leaders, people who'd once been afraid to speak up, now eager to claim what's theirs. I spoke about fear, about that day in the bank, about Malik's strength and my refusal to back down. And I told them the truth. Dignity in banking is a right, not a privilege. So tell me, after everything, who do you think was right? The cautious banker, just doing her job, or the customer demanding respect? Does power belong to those who have it, or to those who refuse to let it be misused? I want to hear your stories, your struggles, your victories. Drop a comment below. Let's talk about what justice really means and how we keep each other strong. Because in the end, that's what makes a community worth fighting for.